This
Are we,
conference will now be recorded.
are we still introducing?
Yep, keep going.
Went for the recording. Hello, I'm Amanda. I think I'm the oldest out of the five of us. My birthday is Saturday.
Yay!
Happy birthday in advance.
Birthday.
Thank you. And I am a social work major and a bio minor.
I'll go next. I'm Savannah. I'm a management major, and I just did an HR minor this last semester. So, yeah.
I'm Krishan, criminal justice major.
Our only guy, poor guy.
So blunt and to the point.
He keeps it short and sweet. He's like, I'm Ambassador Williams.
He sometimes goes by Merlin.
Oh, Merlin the Wizard.
Yeah, Merlin and Wizard. All right, take it away, Miss Kirsten. Do your thing.
Okay, hello, good morning, and welcome back to another Coffee with the Blue Coats. We have two very special guests today from admissions. We have Mr. Gregory and Miss Allie. If you guys want to go ahead and take it over, kind of talk about what admissions is doing during COVID-19, just to connect with students, as well as maybe students who just kind of stumble upon our YouTube channel, how they can go about being admitted into the school, and kind of what are the requirements to kind of get into our school, because I know it's a little different being solely upper level. That being said, I'm going to let you guys have the floor.
Okay, so during this new experience, we've been doing a lot of virtual information sessions to reach out to students to try and give them more information about our school. We have one tomorrow at 10 o'clock that is specifically on aviation, and then we'll have a follow-up one that's on psychology. So we're starting to do some more program-specific sessions to reach out to those students that are interested in certain programs in our school. We're also continuing to help students get admitted through their semester. We'll help you with any of the as being a liaison for the school, your point of contact. If you can't reach the people you're trying to reach, you call admissions. We'll get you in touch with those people, or we'll get those people to contact you. That way you'll have a smoother transition into our university. We're also contacting the students that are currently have been admitted for the fall and trying to get them to get through the steps that they got to do, get with their advisor, get their orientation done, get their login activated, and then get registered for class. So if you are a current student and having trouble, contact us. We'll be able to help you get ready for the upcoming semester. And then for continuing students that are attending our school, we provide a lot of services that are continuous ongoing while your tenure here is at A&M. One is the updated transcripts. So students that are, most of our students still are taking some lower level classes that they have to transfer in to the university. So we'll be the place where you'll drop off your official transcripts to continue to get those transcripts added to your degree works for any lower level classes that you're trying to transfer in. And like I said, we have a lot of students that continue to do that throughout their whole tenure. So if you have questions or you need classes updated and they're not showing up on your degree works, get us the official transcript and send it in to us. If it's already been sent into us and it hadn't been updated, contact us. It could have been an oversight on our part, so we want to make sure that we get your records as accurate as possible. And if you just have questions about transferable courses, we can answer those also. We also do a lot of consortium agreements for continuing students. Students that are taking classes at one of the other junior colleges and using their their financial aid, they'll have a consortium agreement. So we'll help you get your consortium agreement completed, and then you can help turn it or assist you get it turned into financial aid if you need that help. And then we'll make sure that your courses get posted so that financial aid hold will get removed after you've got those completed those courses. That way you'll be able to continue to get your financial aid. We do all your residency for students getting admitted, and then students that are on a waiver that are continuing at our institution too. So if you're on a waiver right now currently for military benefits, using military benefits, in a year you want to contact us so we can get you as a resident. That'll qualify you for more scholarship opportunities. And it is just best to go ahead and be on as a resident once you qualify. We have several things that we do. We get holds removed. We help get holds removed so you can take your courses. And we also have programs that we're always continuing to talk to students besides trying to get people admitted. So as you're attending, if you're not familiar with programs like the bachelor's bonus, then we are always encouraging students to take that opportunity. And that is to, if you're not taking 12 hours, we max out tuition at the university at 12 hours. So if you're taking less than that, there is an opportunity to save money by taking additional courses each semester. So if you take 15 hours, that fifth class that semester is free. If you take 18 hours, those 2 classes are free, which helps you complete your degree faster. And then it also helps you save money. And so that's one of our pillars as our university, is to be affordable. And so that hits on that pillar and helps you save money and complete that degree in an expeditious time, so you can move on and either go to graduate school, which will assist you if you have questions about graduate school also, and get your application in. And then anything that we can't assist you with in that transfer, then we'll refer you over to Kelly Cood and her team to graduate studies. Miss Allie, do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, you've hit on a lot of it, but I think that one other thing you started to mention, the graduate side of things, is it's never too early to start thinking about graduate school, and considering A&M Central Texas as an option for to continue your master's degree is a great option as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can make that seamless transition from your undergraduate degree to your master's degree, and be happy to help you with that and refer you to the best people to assist you with that process. But it's something that you can definitely do while you are still finishing up that bachelor's degree. You don't have to wait until you graduate to make those next steps, but we can assist you, and we want to help you to continue your education with us as well. And Greg mentioned our virtual information sessions. So he mentioned that we have 2 specific sessions coming up for aviation science and psychology, but we're also continuing to do general sessions that are open to anyone that's interested in the university. So those are happening weekly, where we're talking to prospective students and letting them know who we are and what we have to offer as a university. But other than that, Greg hit most of it right on the head and gave you all a lot of information.
So I know we were supposed to have, I don't remember the exact name for it, but basically like a Saturday for like future students, future prospective students to come and like see the university, see everybody's like clubs. And also one of the biggest things that I was using doing tours at the end, like telling students to come to this date, because if they applied then, their fee, like their application fee would be waived. Do you guys know if there's anything to like kind of substitute that with students who maybe are having trouble with the application fees, or any place where they can reach out and like talk to somebody about that?
Well, the people that were supposed to attend Warrior Preview Day, we covered their application fee because it was canceled during the COVID-19 outbreak. So any student that was registered for that, we covered their application fee. Now, students in the future, as we open up the campus again, hopefully we'll be able to have Warrior Preview Day in the future. But we always encourage any student that has a true financial burden they can reach out to our director, and they can petition to do an application fee voucher where the university would cover their application fee. And so if they have that burden, they should reach out to us, and we can explain how they need to contact Mr. Smith and the information that needs to be provided. And so we can determine if we can support them in paying that application fee between these times when we don't have recruiting events.
You guys mentioned the sessions, like the aviation session and the psychology session. How can folks access that?
So they can access that by registering for one of the sessions, and the website for that is tamuct.edu/VTS. And on that page has listing of all the upcoming sessions and the registration link for each of them. So you'll be able to see the general sessions and then each of the program specific sessions that can be reached. Or if you reach out to us at admissions, we're happy to send that link over to anyone that's interested in registering for that as well.
And you said BTS, Bravo Tango?
BTS. V is in very. Victor.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Greg.
I'll go ahead and put it in the chat. And
Perfect. Thank you.
perfect. Thank you. Anyone have any questions? Go ahead, Amanda.
So for do y'all know like if every specific program for A&M Central Texas Graduate School requires a GRE?
Not every program does, but I don't know which programs require. I know that at some programs they look at the last 60 hours to determine if you're going to need the GRE or GMAT. But I would encourage you to reach out to Randy Williams. If y'all need his contact information, I can get it and put it out. But he would be the best point of contact to explain when they use the GRE or the GMAT and what's the requirement that the school requires of your last 60 hours if there's an option to not take it.
Sorry.
No,
I was going to say, you guys have been asking really good questions. I'm still very stumped. Continue.
Oh, I was gonna say, so I still have like at least another like year at Texas A&M Central Texas, and do you guys have any advice? Because I do want to go to graduate school, even though I'm so far away. What advice do you guys have that I can start working towards now for graduate school to make it a little bit easier once I get there?
So some advice that I would say is it's never too early to start looking. So exploring programs that you think you'd be interested in and looking at what the program requirements are. So not only whether or not they require the GRE or GMAT, but also if they require any specific types of courses that you need to take during your bachelor's degree and something they want for you to have in order to be able to apply and make you most well qualified for those programs. If you're looking at A&M Central Texas for those graduate programs, talking to the faculty in those programs and asking them about the programs to see if it's a good fit for you and what that looks like for you as an individual and what they would suggest you doing to prepare yourself for that graduate program. So they might suggest doing different internships or taking certain classes or getting different experiences that are going to help you really thrive in that graduate program that might not have thought of. So they're going to be the best resource for you in terms of knowing what's going to prepare you best for those programs. And then I would just say exploring your options and finding the program that's the best fit for you because there's lots of places out there, but A&M Central Texas has some great programs that would be really a great pipeline for you to start with your bachelor's degree and then continue on with us and really have that continuity between your bachelor's and your master's. So there's some different things there, but I would say start early, because the earlier you start, the more time you have to prepare.
Awesome, thank you so much.
That was a wake-up call. Greg shared some information. I'm going to go ahead and post it on our chat, and that's for graduate. I'm actually a graduate student here at A&M. Hi, Jess. And that's kind of when I started looking at my program, like the last 2 semesters before I graduated my undergrad. So you guys are like phenomenal in getting started and kind of help you out with that. Also, you know, they helped me with the fee for the admissions, the graduate admissions portion of it too. So that's something else to kind of keep in mind if you're a current student. Susanna, I know you had some questions that we had discussed on Thursday. Do you want to kind of touch base on those?
Sure. I'm going to tagline though on the graduate school, just because it looks like all of you have potential to do that and have a strong interest in going to graduate school. Hone in on your writing skills, research skills, and reading skills, because that's a lot of the meat in graduate school, is thorough research to get the knowledge in your subject area, and writing papers and all types of different type of things you'll be turning in. So that would be something I kind of lost, because it had been almost a decade since my undergrad, before I started grad school. But it was good to pick that back up. So constantly be practicing those reading skills, writing skills, and research skills. I do have a question for our admission counselors. What's the general number in our cohort that A&M Central Texas has for either undergrad or graduate? What's an average number that we admit every semester?
Admission, new students, I don't know a number of new students, you know, cohort, but we're about, I guess we're about a little over 2,500 students for the school. So I would say we get, I guess, about 100, 150 new students a semester, I think, Miss Allie.
I think it depends on what type of numbers you're looking at. If you're looking at first-time students that are enrolling with us and coming in that semester, or whether you're also counting in their readmits, or anyone else with other circumstances. So wouldn't necessarily say specific numbers. We can get you more specific numbers if that's something that you're interested in, but don't want to give you any incorrect numbers or anything at this point, but we can follow up with you afterwards and get you some more specific numbers.
Okay. And then this question's for the Blue Coats. Starting A&M Central Texas, what was the struggle you had, and what was the best resource you received to overcome that struggle at A&M Central Texas? Or what was something that took a while to overcome as far as a struggle or learning the ropes?
For me, I started at a bigger university, and it was extremely overwhelming. It was so hard to get in with my advisor. It's so hard. And whenever I went to her, she was so like booked up that I could maybe only talk to her for like 10, 15 minutes. And I never really felt like I was getting done what I needed to get done. And so after I transferred here, it was so different, because the advisors that I had, because I am a first generation college student, and you know, I kind of like figure things out like as I went, and you know, as a first time college student, money is huge, so I didn't want to waste my time taking classes I didn't need. So whenever I came over here, the advising department for the arts and sciences was absolutely amazing. Like, they really sat down with me and walked me through everything that I was actually going to need, like semester by semester. They have they answered all my questions, and they're always reachable, which is something I really appreciate. What's the point in having you know, like faculty and staff if you can never get a hold of them when you need them? And since our university is very special in a lot of ways, we have a lot of students who don't live around here, like they live in like Austin or like other places, and they do a lot of online courses. I didn't really learn this until I became a Blue Coat, but it's really important. It's really amazing how easy it is to get in touch with our faculty and staff, whether it be over the phone or by email. Especially if I send an email out to faculty or staff, I'm going to get a reply within the day at least, which is absolutely amazing. I have very little problems with any faculty staff because I've had a lot of problems with financial aid as well. So honestly, I just want to brag on the university itself. It's not really even a single department, you know, because everywhere I've been to is great. Even whenever I go up to admissions at the end of my tours, there's a lot of questions that I can't answer for students, especially since we get a lot of students who haven't been to college in 10, 15 years and they don't know what to expect. But when I bring them to admissions, they're able to really like take them back, break down what they need, where to find these resources. So it's really important, and it's amazing how our faculty and staff takes the time to really care about each individual student. So that's that for me.
Awesome. Anybody else?
I've never had any like I don't know, like problems with the school at all. I'm gonna tell you a story. It was more of like a minor gripe, but it's definitely like a me problem. So my first semester, I like start, and I'm a bio major, so I have lecture and lab. And for the first 2 weeks, when it says it on the schedule, they put TR, which means Tuesday and Thursday, not Thursday. And so I missed my lecture for the first 2 weeks. Also, my mom is knocking on my door. Hold on.
For me, I think, so I am social work, and I feel like they're kind of like a really tight-knit like faculty. And I mean, like right now, there's only 2 full-time faculty members. Obviously, there's part-time. Don't get scared for us. We're good. But they're really good, and the advisor I sat down with, she actually like laid out my whole time that I would spend at A&M and like what classes I should take, you know, when I should take it, in order that would fit best with me and in order to graduate when I want to graduate. And she tried to tell me, you know, like the load would be a lot and whatnot, and wanted me to take 3 classes at first, but I was just like, no, I'm not doing that. And she's like, okay, well, just let me know if you need to take a step back. Just let me know. We'll get it changed. So the faculty advising is really good over there. The one thing that I would say that that I had like a slight, I guess, like problem or like a misunderstanding, I don't know. I wasn't aware of the student organizations until like probably 2 semesters ago, maybe even like the beginning of January, I think it was. I didn't know, like I just didn't know. And I'm like, wow, we have all this stuff going on and I'm just over here in a freaking shell, not doing anything. So that's the one thing that I it really happened after I became a Blue Coat. I'm like, well, I've been spent all this time here, so that's the only thing.
And now she's the vice president of the student body, so.
Yeah, and also she was the secretary for science club this past semester.
Way to go. Thank you.
Shout out extracurriculars.
Anybody else want to answer? Savannah, Krishan?
I agree with you guys. I think the advising departments have been really good. I know my advisor has been really helpful, and he he's always been available to talk when I had to ask him questions. And admissions was really good too when I first went there. I never really took a tour. I just went up to admissions and they kind of just talked me through everything. So, yeah.
What's some advice? Oh, sorry. No, go on.
Oh, you go ahead.
Oh, no, this is a new question. So if you have an answer, go for it.
I was gonna say, I mean, everything was good for me. I mean, only thing I would change, I just see a lot of empty TVs, and I mean, I just like playing the Xbox, and I just, bring a PS4, Xbox, because I mean, it is kind of boring. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, before we had the little restaurant that they have on campus, I forgot what it's called. Before they had that, really struggling. You have to drive anywhere you want. Like, if you don't bring your lunch, you have to drive. And that's the thing that sucked for me. Like, really helped. Like, that. But we have like a rugby field that nobody uses really. So yeah, maybe or PS4s, that would be really cool.
No,
I just
love
imagine
Krishan.
like
I said I love Krishan.
yeah. Just imagine like a Wii Fit or like a Kinect, and then like people like
Actually, Campus Rec is getting ready to start. Once we get back, they have the TVs and PlayStations and things like that. So esports are going to be a thing. So insider knowledge.
oh shoot.
I hope it's more than like Madden and 2K, because I don't know how to play that stuff. I can play like
at TinySeats.edu.
okay.
What's some advice that you would give a first-time student starting A&M Central Texas?
Come
They're like
see us.
day one. Oh, sorry, go on.
Come see us. Come see us in room 211 Warrior Hall when this is all over. Come see us. I had a really hard time because this is the first time I ever lived outside of, really, away from my hometown. And I'm a military wife, but I'm not a very like typical military wife. Like, I don't have any kids or anything like that. So I had a really hard time like trying to make friends, and in this kind of like environment, I was like, a lot of these people are older and have kids, and I don't know how to get like connected. So I always tell new students every class when I had in person, I was like, is this your first semester? If they told me yes, I was like, sweet. Okay, here's what we do. We have coffee on Tuesdays. You want to get in a club? We have the hookups with clubs. You want to be a part of events? We have the hookups with events. Even if you only want to do like maybe like one or two things, if you want to make friends, this is gonna sound big-headed, which I kind of do a lot, but we're awesome and we are so open to new friends. Like we love it. Like all of us are very like different personalities. We all each come from different backgrounds, different environments. Like we're all shapes, sizes, different ethnicities, whatever. And Amanda, don't laugh at me because my stutter. But some of my advice would just be like, if you really want, and even if you just need somebody to study with, I can't even say how many times like we all like met up and just studied in the library for hours. Just having like another person to really like connect with, because college is hard, y'all. I don't care what grade you're in, what level you're at. Any sort of like level of college can be difficult. So if you don't have like the right like environment or people around you, like people say it takes a village to raise a kid. So I feel like it takes a village to get through college. So yeah, we can be a part of your village if you need a village.
For sure. I will say, in addition to what Kirsten just said, I feel like we're definitely at least one of the most social groups on campus. Because I mean, me and Amanda were part of Science Club. I was a president last year. And I don't know, I wouldn't have known everyone here unless it was for being a blue coat. And yeah, I feel like we're all very like connected with the university. Like that was actually part of one of the reasons that I wanted to be a blue coat, is because like I was already pretty social on campus, but I was like, I could do more. I could try to make people feel a little more welcome, because I know it's a very like small campus and you either know everyone or you don't know anyone at all. So it's definitely like an all or nothing thing.
I think the advice I would give is bring water. Bring a water bottle, because you're going to get thirsty. Step one. Step two, don't just go to school and then go home. Like, go to school. If you have time in between classes, go to the library, sit down, study. You'll meet people there. And the library has actually really cool stuff, like really cool stuff. Second floor, quiet space, but they have a huge puzzle all the time that everyone can contribute to, and low-key my favorite part of the library, just saying. But and yeah, just ask questions, like find out what the campus all has to offer, because like I said, I went through a whole year at the university and I didn't know anything about the campus, and I was that student just coming to class, going home, and that's it. Like and I can say now I enjoy it, like my experience here 10 times, maybe 1,000 times better. And it was already good. It was already a good experience, but now it's even better. Yeah, don't forget that water though.
Speaking of like getting to know campus. Huh? What happened?
What?
Well, I was saying, speaking of getting to know campus, we're doing a live stream campus tour, a virtual one, later this month. So stay tuned. You want to know the secrets around campus.
Filling the beans.
Truly.
Oh man.
Oh, Ellie and Greg, what kind of things would you like to see from the Blue Coats going forward once we're able to do those tours, and what kind of advice would you guys give us?
Greg?
I think the Blue Coats do a very good job. They do a good job of getting the students around the school and showing them all the key, because even though our campus is small, it has a lot of hidden, interesting facts and corners that are really neat that the Blue Coats have always shown me. And every time I've gone on a tour, kind of tagged along on a tour with a Blue Coat at the end, I've learned something new about the university that I didn't know. So I think they do a great job. And I just would ask them to continue to find those little spots to show the new students and to help talk to them about our school, because that's really what makes it helps our recruiting, because when the students come out and see the campus and they see the facilities and they see the students, they meet the students that are actually going there, that's the biggest thing that can help us as admissions and getting the students in is the students themselves. So we can talk about how great the school is and the education they're going to get, but if they learn from the students, by meeting the students and interacting with them in the tour, they're really going to understand the quality of education and the school that we have here. So I would just ask you to all continue the tours. They're great.
Thanks. Yeah, A&M really does have a lot of like hidden gems. And so I'm also a writing tutor for the university, and I was helping a student out yesterday with the paper, and she had to have some like scholarly resources or references, and she was looking through Google to find them, and I was like, whoa, you're looking through Google to find scholarly references? it's going to take you so much time, and a lot of them cost money. I was like, listen, I'm about to give you the hookup, because our library has an amazing journal search online where it's in your tuition, like you pay to read these things. And that is something that I think that it's really good to take a tour, because we let every student know about every single resource that each individual department of our university has. So if that student hadn't have made the appointment at the writing center, she would have gone all summer without knowing about that resource. And so I love that that's something that I get to, and that we get to do. Like, I love giving students a connection, because all of these little things are going to lead them to success. And that's what we really want, and that's what we really strive towards. Like, we want our students to get high grades. We want our students to be able to complete their time in college with the minimal amount of anxiety as possible. And I think that our campus especially is really good at that. Any sort of problem that a student has, we have the resource, or if we don't know where, like, how to solve that problem, we go and we find a solution for that problem. So I love being a part of a group that is so selfless, and, you know, is really able to open up like their time and just really get to know others. And I feel so like fortunate, because I tell Carla all the time, like, me personally, it's really hard for me to like thrive in an environment where I don't like, if I'm working at a certain level, I expect like all my other like coworkers to be at that same level, and if not, it's really hard for me to like succeed and to move forward. And I can honestly say like 110% that everybody on campus works at that same level. So it makes my job and our job 10 times easier. And so I just really love that. I never know how to end my little rant, like in like positivity rants. I get so hyped up, I'm like, yeah, college,
Just slap the desk.
education.
Boom.
Just get a mic and like drop it.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, drop mic.
I was telling Susanna that you guys are a handful, and now you see what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, I was an ambassador in my undergrad, and this is the same kind of energy we had. This is the same energy that drove me into higher education, because my undergrad was in public relations and mass communications, and I was a sociology minor, Amanda, also. But yeah, this type of energy and like the love for education is why I'm in my graduate program at A&M Central Texas. I love my professors. I love the experience we're getting. And I think that's said, I mean, you can see it too, even with the undergrad programs within you guys. Great school.
And one thing I gotta say for our university, we normally work at a very skeletal crew, you know, because we are a small entity and everything. And a lot of, like, for instance, Garrett, he does student civic engagement and success and all, you know, and so many things are under one umbrella, but so many different jobs, you know. And like you guys in admissions, I mean, y'all do admissions, you guys do the early college, high school. It's so much to be put on each department. So it's even more kudos that everybody is so friendly and happy, and you can tell they genuinely want to be there, you know. I know, Ellie, where did you come from? You came from another university, right?
I did. I came from University of South Carolina, Beaufort.
So what has your experience been now here at A&M versus, I mean, I know it's a big difference as far as like size, but what do you feel?
The size is pretty much the same size as
Okay.
A&M Central Texas, so that's been nice, and it's been a bit of a change because I mean, A&M Central Texas is an upper level university, so transitioning to that, but still working a lot with students that are transferring in, and a smaller school experience, and a lot of first generation college students attending the school, and a smaller regional access based institution. So there have been some nice similarities there for that. So my biggest change has been adjusting and getting into the enrollment management and admission side of the world. And that's been a change because my focus before was on orientation and student activities and doing all of that side of things, the co-curricular side of things. So, but it's been fun to learn more about admissions and getting students into the door and getting them to A&M Central Texas so that they can continue their education. So that's been a neat experience and learning all of that.
Awesome.
I think too what like holds a lot of students back, and not even just from our institution, just like college in general, is that a lot of them feel like that school is like too hard. And I can say like from personal experience that I was scared going into my first year of college because I went to a very small high school. All of the athletic coaches did all of the big subjects. I didn't really learn too much. In my early high school education. And so I was really scared going into, as a first generation, going into college. And I didn't realize how many resources that there truly was until I got here. As far as like tutoring and like writing and even like the faculty here is absolutely amazing. Like I probably annoy the absolute crap out of my professors, but they never show it about how many emails I send them a day about questions about assignments. And also it's nice to know that it's kind of like a giant family, because like I said, college, it can be hard. And I think that fear holds a lot of students back from even like applying, because where I'm from, I think maybe out of my class, like 102 people, I think maybe 25 actually went off to college. And I think only like 10 or 15 of us are actually still in school. So I think you guys do such a great job to like bringing students in and letting them know that like you can do it and that it's accessible to you. Because like I said, we also get a lot of older students who haven't been in for like 10, 15 years, and education has changed so much from that time. And I feel like they're also scared. And during tours, I'm always like, oh, if we get like younger students, like, and their like grandparents or something come with them. Like I had a student one time, I was giving a tour to him. He was in early college, high school, and his grandma came with him, and she already had her bachelor's degree, I think, and from a long time ago. And by the end of the tour, like I had convinced her that she wanted to come back to school, to graduate school at A&M with us, so letting them know like you're never too old. College isn't something you should be scared of, no matter how long you've been out of it, whether you've never been in it. It's not something you should be afraid of, because if you go to the right school, there's always going to be people who are going to help you. And I think that our staff and our faculty is really good at that.
Boom.
Inspirational. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else wants to add on to that, but the floor is yours.
I mean, I definitely agree that I scared? This was so long ago. I've been in school so long. It's just sickening kind of. But I think I was nervous. I think I was just ready to leave home. Like, so I moved away to San Antonio and went over there. So I think I was just ready to just be out the house. But to be honest, I'm not trying to throw shade on any other school, and I can only speak from, because I was originally a bio major. Let me tell you, being preached to every day, saying that I'm related to the tree right outside the window, I'm sorry, but like I'm not learning anything. Like I'm not. I don't want to hear that. I really don't. And so the teaching method, I think at A&M is definitely very, very, very different from the schools I've been to, and I've been to 3. one other university, and then 2 community colleges. But saying like what Kirsten was saying, like you should never be like scared. Yeah, maybe nervous, but like come in with an open mind. And A&M does have a lot of resources to help students succeed. And I don't know, out of the whole time I've been in college, out of the 4 different schools I've been to, I have learned the most at A&M Central Texas, like by far. And that obviously people are probably, well, she's just saying that. Like, no, I don't, honestly, school in San Antonio, I don't even remember anything, to be honest. I don't. It was just probably just kind of all a blur. Like, just went to class, sat down, listened, sometimes not. And you're in a class full of freaking 400 people, and you don't have that one-on-one, like what we were talking about earlier with your advisor, with your faculty. Like, you don't have that one-on-one. Even if you try, like I tried to go to their office hours, and it definitely wasn't as personable. So that's kind of like going more into like, I think it was like 2 questions ago that Susanna asked. But yeah, don't be scared. It's lovely. It's a lovely experience. You're going to learn everything you need to know. Yeah. Boom.
School's fun. I don't care what anybody says. I love school. My mom always tells me like you're just gonna be a career college student. And I was like, honestly, you're probably right. But that's that's fine.
But you
You
need to
know,
work
the
higher
more,
ed.
and I feel like the more that you're in education, the more.
I said that's why you need to work in higher ed, because you never leave school in higher ed.
I know, it's so funny. Like I was like, before even starting, I was like dead set. Like I still love criminal justice and sociology, but I was telling Carla, I was like, honestly, I really do. I love working with students so much. I love working at the university, and I have such a passion for school. So actually, I'm thinking about maybe going into my graduate, going into graduate school with something related to higher ed, because
Higher ed leadership.
yeah, because I love this job so much, and I would love to bring more students in and kind of connect them, because you know, if you have a passion for something, I feel like moving that passion onto others, it's infectious, and I want people to have that same level of confidence, that same level of like love for education as much as I do, because I honestly believe that the more you know, the more that you can like change the world. That sounds very like superhero-esque, but like, you know, in the world that we live in today, it's so crazy and everybody is so closed-minded a lot of the time. We've really lost our, I feel like in society, we've lost so much empathy for others. And I think that's just because we're afraid of things that we don't know. So being able to open students up to a world they never might have accessed in their like regular environment is very important to me. So yeah, this job has really like probably changed the course of my life. So
Kirsten, I'm holding a book here that I was gifted whenever I first started with this university. It's the Strategic Guide to Shaping Your Student Affairs Career. And I highly recommend it because it sounds like you could be a future student affairs colleague.
It's all thanks to Jessica and Garrett, because they did my interview. So thanks, guys. Love y'all. Appreciate it.
That was a fun interview. We did a lot of laughing. I remember coming out of that, and someone in the office said, you should never have that much fun in an interview. You guys were laughing so much.
It was Patrick that said that. He was at the front desk.
Yeah.
And I told the story already, but I actually listened to a playlist called Get It Girl. It was like my motivational playlist before my interview. And so I'm like sitting in my car, like listening to Lizzo. I'm like, okay, That's right. You got this.
I'm pretty sure I listened to Welcome to the Jungle before any interview I've done over the last 15 years.
Wow.
If
That's
that
an
song
interesting
doesn't make you
choice,
step and go, I don't know what will.
I'm trying to remember who I was before this job.
I listen
Me
to
too, Anna, me
anything
too.
that I can sing at the top of my voice. Like for me, I need to get out all of that energy that I'm storing like right here. And so like I need to be able to put the windows down and sing at the top of my voice while I'm driving. And that way also my voice is a little bit softer while I'm in my interview because I have a very loud, big voice. And so I need to beat it down a little bit on the interview.
Now my cheeks hurt because now I'm so smiling. I'm like, but anywho,
Thank you everybody for being with us today. Very much appreciate you guys taking time out and joining us. You know, this is for our students so they can go back and watch if they have any questions, but also it's good therapy for all of us to see different faces every week, and we definitely enjoy the stories. So anybody have anything to say before we head out?
We had coffee with the Bluecoats last week, right?
Yeah.
Why does it feel like it's been so long?
Yeah,
every
next week we have PPP in the house.
Lots of fun stuff to share too. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, this month we dedicated to all our offices within the university because we wanted to share information. And then, you know, you guys are always welcome to come on. Greg and Allie, if you guys have anything
Thank
you guys
you.
want to pass on, just hop on here every Tuesday at 10. And, you know, we like to share information. Or if you guys want to do like a little more of a longer, I do want to partner up with you a little bit more when it comes to like the early college, high school. See if maybe we can we want to piggyback off of y'all. But we want to do our P20 presentations, and you know, of course, you guys are admissions, so you would be a resource for that going forward. I would definitely love to have a conversation with y'all and maybe with Mr. Josh. So definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much, Susanna, for coming on, and you're part of the group now, girl. You're in.
Thank you for answering my questions. You guys are awesome.
There's no going back.
Yeah, there's no going back. Sorry, yeah, you've been indoctrinated. Poor Garrett.
If I can help you guys as a graduate student for a resource, let me know too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kanetta, always amazing stuff you share with us. Thank you. Bluecoats, I love y'all. Thank you everybody for being here today. And if you guys have any questions, let us know. And I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your week.
Awesome.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.